Good morning, this is JHS Weekly. I'm Jack Carey.
And I'm Samantha Walker.
Most high school students don't know what the principal does after the bell rings.
For Joplin High School's principal, he spends much of his free time rocking out. JHD's Zoe Baker brings us behind the music.
Dr. Steve Gilbreth isn't like any ordinary high school principal. In his spare time, he is one half of a rock band.
There's something about playing music to me that there's nothing else in the world.
They play several gigs in the 4 states and even write their own songs.
He just has songs come into his head all the time. So literally every time we practice once a week usually. Every time he will have some new idea, some new thing he's working on. Some of them don't ever really become a song, but some of them turn into great songs.
Think through the songs that I write and the songs that Jason and I do. It may sound a little corny or whatever, but it really does think it's the expression of your soul.
Sometimes they make the songs up while they are playing a gig.
Had a little more time to fill, so he was literally making up songs and I was coming along behind him and putting some guitar to it, and it's super fun to have that kind of a give and take with someone who's been playing a long time and also has the ability to just run with it.
Dr. G says that music has taught him to never give up and hopes to pass that along to his students.
Well, I will say this to kids. I think that if you have a passion for anything, that you should pursue it. And you're never too old, or it's never too late to do something. It's never too late to do the very best that you can. And I think that it's really that deep thing that somebody really feels beyond just the day-to-day part of your life. So I think anybody that has a passion for something should pursue it and never give up on it, even if it's just a dream.
Hopefully, at the end of the year, Dr. G will put on a show for the school. Reporting for JHC, I'm Zoe Baker.
Thanks, Zoe. Joplin High School teachers are being recognized for their hard work.
I spoke with a teacher who is the first teacher of the month for this school year. Adam Bennett teaches math at Joplin High School and had a bit of a surprise when he opened his laptop. He discovered he was the teacher of the month.
The picture was a little embarrassing. I wasn't expecting to be on everyone's canvas, but that's all right. Yeah. I think the result was worth it.
And his students came running to tell him once they found out the news.
So lots of students came in and told me like, hey, congratulations, and hey, I thought you deserved that, and that kind of thing. And it was kind of something I wouldn't have expected to hear from students. So it was nice to hear from them. So I think that was a good thing.
Chris Young is a technology specialist and put the Canvas notice up. The goal is to spotlight great teaching.
We do Teacher of the Month just to recognize teachers who are working well with their colleagues, doing extraordinary things in their classroom, and just trying to make academic achievement a lot easier for kids.
The teacher receives a plaque, and that's paid for by Freeman Health System. And Young says he hopes the award motivates teachers to better themselves and the students.
I would hope that it would maybe provide some motivation, aside from them just being intrinsically motivated themselves to want to be better in their profession. But it's an added incentive, so hopefully it helps out.
The teachers are nominated by their peers, and plans are already underway for the next month. Reporting for JHD, this is Jack Carey.
You can only hope he never finds you. No, this isn't a horror movie. It's Jack Attack.
I took to the halls to find some new interviews for this week's installment of Jack Attack.
Time for Jack Attack.
Stone, come here, Stone. You've been Jack Attacked. Girls make a TikTok. They've been Jack Attacked. How many field goals do you think LeBron James has striked in the past 4 weeks?
9.
Hey, I don't know. He might have. I'm not sure.
All right, you're the experts.
Oh, I mean, I know I'm a sports expert.
I've been Jack Attacked.
Okay, so
Go Eagles.
He's been Jack Attacked. I've got John, senior airman, senator, world record holder, astronaut Glenn. I know I had Jack Jack attacked you last time, but you're supposed to dress up in costume.
I'm sorry, I just didn't get the memo.
Oh, well. Oh well. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know.
Why? I don't know.
To get to the other side, what'd you think I was gonna say? Because he wanted to get to the other side, what'd you think I was gonna say? Chicken had the day off.
I've been Jack attacked.
I've been Jack attacked. I've been Jack attacked.
Jack attack, Jack attack. These people are being Jack attacked. Jack attack. That's a lot of chickens. You know, you have a fantastic day. Yeah. And that's been Jack attack.
You know, if I ever see you in the hallway, I'm going to walk the other way.
Hey, Sam, you do you.
A Joplin High School teacher is tying up loose ends, only this time it's with his wardrobe.
JHD's Landon Johnson takes us behind the scenes of a man with an unusual obsession.
When Jay Reed isn't teaching science at Joplin High School, he's growing his tie collection.
Well, I don't know if I've actually collected them. Years ago, the principal said that I should dress professional, and so I wore a tie, and it's just everybody gives me ties.
Mr. Reed has amassed a large number of ties throughout the years.
A couple years ago, we actually took and counted them up, and I had 76 ties at the time. Since then, I've received at least 5 ties I know of, so I'm around 80, 81 ties for 20 years of experience.
With so many ties, can he pick a favorite?
The tie that means the most to me is the one that hangs in my room, in the corner of my room. All my transition kids from 4 years ago signed it, and they gave it to me. I've worn it twice. One was to their graduation.
Julian Garrett has had a class with Mr. Reed since he was a freshman, and he says he probably hasn't seen Reed wear the same tie twice.
I think he probably has 366 ties. Like one for every day of the year, and then one he busts out like every 4 years for leap year.
And the collection will live on to the next generation.
I've actually talked about his tie collection to Mr. Reed, and he's going to leave them to me in his will. We've talked about it. So one day I will have the same tie collection as Mr. Reed.
And hopefully he wears them as well. Reporting for JHD, I'm Landon Johnson.
Thanks, Landon. This has been JHS Weekly.
Have a great week.